Hello guys, Adam here from Not Toys Action Figures bringing you another episode, and this episode is going to be a little bit different because we are going to just quickly compare the Super 7 Ultimates Yellow Ranger to the Hasbro Lightning Collection Remastered Yellow Ranger. Maybe some differences, give my opinion on what I like about each one and what I don't like, and maybe also give an opinion on which one I would buy again. So first off, we have the Lightning Collection Remastered. These are, I don't know if they're out yet in the US, but in Europe we got them about a month ago. They are the original from like the really early waves of the Lightning Collection. They've been remastered with a lot of the pain points that people didn't like about the original figures. The Yellow Ranger I think was actually quite decent the first time around, but the big change here is that she has pinless arms, so they have this new female body where they have pinless arms and legs. And yeah, they actually have some changes that are more kind of show correct. So another big one is the belt has the line on it. One big thing they're still missing is the black on the soles, but yeah, never mind. Also, just more detail all over, better sculpts on the helmet, like I said, new bodies for everything. And yeah, you get some other effects. Like she comes with a morpher. She comes with some like kind of morphing effects that like look like yellow lightning. There are obviously another set of hands. There is another head and really nice new Trini sculpt, which I have on my old, the original saber-tooth tiger figure. Looks really good. And yeah, they're just like revamping them because these figures, the original ones from the original waves, are quite hard to get now, and you know, new collectors have come in and they can't find them, so they're redoing them. And for collectors that have been collecting for a while, yeah, it gives them like a fresh new figure to have on their shelves to replace the old ones, and yeah, just make the collection look a bit more up to date. Whoopsie daisy. And I think they cost, at least in Europe, it was I think about €33, which is roughly around $30, I would say, US. Okay, I can't get ahead to stand up. There we go. $30 US. Yeah, so I'm really impressed with the remastered series so far. I have both the yellow and blue, and both of them, yeah, are vast improvements on the original figures, even though this one's a little bit tricky to stand up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they're a vast improvement. But then now we have the Super 7 Ultimates, and the Super 7 Ultimates, you can see maybe they cut down because the camera angle is pointing down, but they are a slightly larger scale. So the Super 7 Ultimates are 7-inch, whereas the remastered Lightning Collection are 6-inch scale. And yeah, the Super 7s are a bit more expensive. They cost around €50, and they come with a ton more accessories. Like they have so many accessories. I actually just did my review of her. So one thing that they come with is like for characters that have multiple actors, you get both of their heads. I think she came with 6 sets of hands. They come with like really cool Easter eggs, like this the doll from the episode where Trini's doll comes to life. They have stuff from if you were a collector back in the 90s or as a kid. They have the 90s themed weapons and stuff like that. So they're really cool. Whoops. But they are a little bit more expensive, and I think that's why you get so many more accessories, because yeah, they need to fill out that €50 price point. Yeah, and the big difference I would also say is they have a lot more detail because of the size, the scale difference is obviously a lot more space. Like you can see on here, if you look at the daggers, you can see the detail on the blades there, going down to the kind of holster, not the holster, the hilt, sorry. And even there you can see the saber-tooth tiger. And to be fair to the remaster collection, it also does a good job, but it's, you know, the scale is smaller, so it's harder to actually tell. On the Morpher 2, you get a really good look at how it says Power Rangers there. Unfortunately, on my Morpher at least, oh, I got a fly on me. On my Morpher at least, the saber-tooth tiger looks a little bit like eroded. But nevertheless, this is really nice. And again, the remastered one is really nice too. Like I think Hasbro is stepping up their game. My big issue with the Super 7 stuff is that the articulation is really kind of primitive feeling compared to these. Like it's very hard to move the Super 7s around, and that's why I don't really want to pick her up, because I like this pose that she's in, and I know if I pick her up, I won't get her back in it really easily. And also the joints are very tight, so there is a lot of like leg rubbing on hip, shoulder rubbing on socket, and yeah, I'm just a bit worried that it's going to start rubbing away at the paint, start chipping stuff, which I really don't want. So I would say the Super 7 is like, if you have like a really nice display and you're like, okay, I know my figure is just going to sit on the display, and I'm not going to move it. It's just going to be there to look nice. The Super 7 is perfect for that. And you can also decide, okay, I want to change it up every couple of months. There's so many accessories that you can make it look really different. And, you know, if you have a shelf for Season 1 characters, you can do that with it. If you have a shelf for Season 2 plus, you can do that too. Whereas with this, you know, you're going to have to buy multiple figures for that. Like, they'll do a re-release with this, probably in some slight variation with an Aisha head. And yeah, you need to buy 2 figures for that. But yeah, so that's kind of like the pros and cons of both of them really quickly. Which one would I buy? Well, I think honestly I would still go with the Lightning Collection one, just because I prefer to take photos of my toys, and I like the posability and the articulation there, especially now that these guys have they don't have pins anymore, and also the updates to all of the things that that we wanted. It's kind of like the lines on the belts, etc., etc. Again, you can see on the Super 7 the shoe is correct. She has a black sole on here. It's not correct still, but never mind, we're getting there with Hasbro. It's a little step at a time. But yeah, if I was to buy one, I would buy these ones because they are going to be very available at the minute. Because of the remastered system, you're going to get all of the Mighty Morphin Rangers. So if you're a new collector or getting back into collecting and want to collect Power Rangers, they're going to be readily available. Whereas the Super 7 ones, I feel like Super 7 tries to pretend like stuff is not available. Like if you don't pre-order the Ultimates, then you won't get them. But I feel like people always buy. You can always get hold of Ultimates. At least I think the Power Ranger ones are going to be fine to get hold of. But yeah, like I said, maybe if you already have these and you really just want something to look good on a shelf in a bigger scale, then yeah, the Super 7 is great. But for my taste, yeah, I would go for the Lightning Collection one. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more videos. I might do one like this on the Green Ranger. Let's see how well this episode does. My Super 7's Green Ranger review is a little bit tainted though, because one of his hands broke in his arm, so that was annoying. So that's kind of tainted my review a little bit. But with the Yellow Ranger, everything went fine. I had a lot of fun playing with her, setting her up and watching and making the review. So I hope you guys go and check that out. I'll add it at the end of in the end screen of this video. But yeah, I hope this video helps out. Maybe some people are on the fence about which ones to buy. I hope this helps you choose. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.